We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to We Need to Talk, episode number 27. I'm host Mr. KOA alongside
Top boy.
And your boy got a little cut. You guys can't see right now, but if you're watching on video on YouTube, you'll see the boy came clean. I cut my hair probably once a year. I let it grow and I cut it, and I let it grow again because I miss the hair. Then the hair gets out of control and I cut it. So, but I think I'm gonna keep it low for now. I think only thing when I cut my hair, I look like I'm 7 years younger. That's the only thing that happens. If I take out my beard, I look like a child.
Yeah, don't lose the beard.
I would never.
No, but the hair's good.
I
gave a full review to my friends. I was like, guys.
A full review, huh?
Yeah.
Like
I was like, before and after, how do we feel?
Yeah. Did you do that for real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's serious in the bar.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A full
good.
review.
I don't know. I feel younger. Everywhere I look younger.
Yeah.
It takes off like 7 years. Like this is how I looked in like second year uni.
Really?
Yeah. Well, without the beard. I didn't have a beard.
Yeah. Keep the beard though.
The anonymous voice that's here. Her name is Andrea.
Yes.
She goes by A Rose.
Yeah. A-Y-Y-Y.
Before you get to her, I want us to try and do something new every episode where we give y'all an update about what we're doing, because we do this every week, but during the week, the other 6 days, you guys don't hear us. We getting shit done. A lot of shit done.
I'm out here getting money. That's what I'm doing.
No joke. The funny thing is that we don't have any sponsors yet. The goal is to have sponsors eventually. But till we get some sponsors, we're about to sponsor ourselves. I am Mr. KOA. This is my boy, Top Boy. For all your drone purposes, make sure you go make sure you go find Top Boy for all your drone needs. He is one of the best drone videographers and photographers in the city by far, bar none. I'm not biased. His page speaks for itself. Yeah, for real. Like, he bought this drone, one of the greatest investments I think he's ever made.
Definitely.
I'm sure he agrees.
Yeah.
But the one thing I like about Top Boy's page is that he doesn't. There's a lot of people who are buying. Hey, we're gonna get into a lot of things right now. You know where I'm gonna go with this. Let's just put this out there. Zamora Johnson, aka Top Boy, was one of the first people I personally know, and one of the biggest people and most creative people I've seen purchase a drone thus far. Since Zamora has purchased this drone,
which was in January.
January 2017, I have seen drone photographers or drone users or drone operators, whatever the hell you want to call yourselves, appear out the woodworks, all locally. So we're not that big of a city. So I'm pretty sure you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who follows Top Boy.
Oh, that follows him?
That follows him.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying the city's not that big of a city.
True.
That someone knows somebody who's shown Zamora's page to them. Yes. I can guarantee, I can say that with as much confidence as possible. Mm-hmm. A lot of people who have a drone right now or are buying drones have seen his page, which is nothing wrong with that. But be yourself, do it your own way, be creative, and stop copying your shit. Yes, they say imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
Is he not flattered though?
Nah, to an extent.
Right.
To an extent. I mean, there's one way to be like, you know what, you inspire me. Mm-hmm. You know, you motivate me to do certain things, or because of you, I purchased this or I want to do this. But it's another thing to do something or copy an exact type of photo or exact style of marketing and then make it, because this is the biggest issue. We all have different groups and followings. Mm-hmm. So if it's almost like when bigger celebrities copy small people. If you know what I'm talking about? So like, let's say Kevin Hart, for example. Kevin Hart is an amazing comedian. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Kevin Hart has taken a joke from some random comedian that no one will ever know and used it. Yeah. And what is he going to do? Nothing.
That's true.
Because Kevin Hart used it. Right? So there's bigger pages that may have taken certain ideas or certain concepts that their following is much bigger than Zamora's. Mm-hmm. And it looks like they're the innovators. Yep. That's where it gets kind of off.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know about that. For sure.
But put that out there. It's in the universe. You guys do what you do. If the shoe fits, wear it. But I guess you can talk about me since I talked about you. So we'll do that.
First of all, I gave oxygen to all these niggas who are using the drone. Like, let's just make that perfectly clear.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I'm really not that self-centered. But the truth is, it's like, yeah, like I don't care if other people get drones or like do the same type of photography that I do, whether it's with a drone or a camera. I only get salty about it when I post a photo and then I see someone post the exact same photo the next day, right? And it's worse if you have a drone and you post the exact same photo, because then I'm like, you definitely saw my shit, right? Now, this past week, we had someone on our show not too long ago. Actually, no, it was quite a while ago. It was a while ago. And they decided to start their own podcast. Right? Not a big deal. Everyone's starting podcasts now, right?
It's a thing.
But what is a big deal is when they literally copy everything that we do. Like topics, the way that we market our shit.
Oh, that's annoying.
Like a lot of the way that our podcast is marketed is like Ryan's doing, right? Like because it's very similar. It's based off of his KOA Talk channel. That's where it all started. Like that's how the podcast came to be. It's extension from his YouTube channel, right? And the way Ryan has been like marketing our page, he's been doing this for years. And the other day I was scrolling through Instagram and I was going through my Instagram stories, had to go through like 50 of yours because you just had 1 million, Andrea.
Sorry.
Used to
I'm
it.
not that sorry though.
You're not sorry.
Realistically.
You're used to it.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I'm looking at this page's story and I'm like, am I looking at my podcast page or am I looking at their page? I personally don't like putting people on blast, but I enjoy it when I know that they're copying it, right? Okay. So that's just clearly the case. Listen, I don't care. What was the phrase? Imitation is
greatest form of flattery.
Flattery? Well, I mean, if you're gonna imitate, at least do it well and don't suck at it. So that's all I have to say about that. Ryan's about to get paid by CN Tower or some shit?
Yo, CN Tower, cut the check.
Yeah.
Cut the check.
They literally keep...
Show. Don't comment, right?
They comment.
Don't comment without cutting the check. Yeah, CN Tower comments on all my shit, which is really dope. They followed me last week, which is dope. But cut the check, please.
Just pay the man. Pay the man. Anyway, let's get to our guest, Andrea. Tell them about yourselves.
Well, I'm super bitter. You guys aren't alone on that, because I will actually be so bitter if I work in the fashion industry.
Yeah. I
will be actually butthurt if my friends or anyone I know wears my stuff, if I lend it out to them and I don't get a tag. If I don't get a tag, I feel like that's so rude, because I don't want you, or even like walking around like a bar or club and you're like, oh, like someone's like, oh my God, cute pants. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting right there and I'm just like,
compliments them in front of you.
Yeah. And then they're not like, oh, thanks.
This is hers.
Hers.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's my industry. And it's the same thing. I've seen fashion brands steal intellectual property, artistic property of smaller brands. And I get so mad. Like, I'll be like on, like, I was on Kylie Jenner's page when she dropped these like camo bikinis from Plugged NYC, which is like a wicked brand from New York. I was like on there with like a bunch of snake emojis, just like.
Why, she copied something?
Yeah, she copied. Yeah, she fully like the cut, and if anything,
wait, named it Kylie Jenner's stuff.
Yeah, like she dropped it like a swimsuit like line, like she had swimsuit drop. Yeah, and then the girl who was the owner of Plugged NYC had the receipts, being like, you know, dealing with like her manager. Because a lot of times, obviously, small brands, how do you get recognition? Exactly, you put them on bigger people. Of course. So she had the emails being like, what sizes are Kylie's? So she sent her the product. They copied the pattern. They copied
and they didn't wear hers.
They didn't wear hers. Wow. They didn't wear Plugged NYC. Yeah. Kylie literally just took it.
This is nice?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like, so rude. Wow. And then you have a bunch of, you know, people out there that don't know any of the, you know, backstory. And still
they're just like, oh my God,
make
Kylie's
that girl
so creative.
Rich. Yeah.
Kylie's so creative.
I'm like in my feelings.
Where did you come up with that, Kylie? It's so good.
I'm so pissed. I'm pissed. But so on that, I guess
I think it comes with territory though.
Yeah, for sure.
Being a creative, it comes with territory.
Yeah, naturally.
It's just
it is what it is.
I mean, I made a post a couple weeks ago about copying stuff.
Yeah.
Something about like paraphrase, I can't remember word for word, but I made a post saying paraphrased, don't let people copying you bother you, whatever.
Yeah.
Just raise the bar high enough that they can't reach it.
Yeah.
And they'll weed themselves out.
Yeah.
I remember I can get it, but it's not necessary. But pretty much just like people are gonna copy you. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Yeah.
If he stops, then someone else will stop. But I think the real goal is to get to a point where they can't copy without looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
valid.
You know what I'm saying? You'll get pissed here and there, be like, oh my God, this person doing this. But if you stay progressive and keep growing to the point where it's like, now it's like, gets to the point like, if you copy, people are just like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I think if you get to a point where you created your brand and your name so big that if someone copies, people are like, what are you doing? Like, other people will be like, what are you doing?
She dropped that like 2 weeks ago. What are you doing?
Exactly, and they'll shut it down for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for
but
sure.
That's just the goal we all have to get to. But
you also dropped a nice little antidote though, telling people you dropped a good antidote. Telling people that it's not going to kill them to give credit where credit's due. Right?
Ever.
You were like, just
like,
tag them. It's not that hard. Inspired by, like.
No, I don't want people to know who did this.
So foolish. It's crazy.
But,
we digress.
We digress.
Tell us more.
But so I'm 23 from Toronto, born and raised. I would like to say a little bit of a party girl in some senses. I like going out. I've got a.
This girl said a little bit. Her nipples are out. Come on. Come on. This girl's in Vegas.
I was waiting for it to come out.
Don't give me a little bit of a party girl.
We'll get to that. Because don't worry. I was in my bed and I was watching that episode and I was like, oh my God, these motherfuckers. I've got.
So you party?
Yeah, I party. I've got, as you guys have seen and, discussed, I've got a really, really good girl gang of friends that are all cute, which I like. And I've got friends that are in the creative industries. I myself didn't go to university. I worked my way up through different jobs in the fashion industry, specifically Toronto boutiques. No interns? No. I worked as a personal shopper, visual merchandiser, got poached by a small clothing brand that unfortunately went under due to my boss really liking cocaine, I believe. To be honest, what are you gonna do? Fashion's super glamorous. But I did everything that was actually probably my most influential job because I did everything from customer service, distribution, marketing, helping styling photo shoots, all at the age of like 20. I was working like Queen Spadina. And I've kind of just like stayed in and around there. So when that ended, I went to another store and I was their merchandise manager. They like created a position for me.
Yeah.
So I managed their whole e-commerce. And as of recent, actually, I took like 6 months off of working because I had another job after that I was laid off from. Another company that went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And you realize, like, I gotta stop working for people and do this shit myself.
Straight up, yeah. Yep. Honestly, like, I've gotten to that point, and I've got some questions for you guys a little bit later.
Yeah. What's your tag? You didn't say your tag yet.
My tag?
Your Instagram, yeah.
My Instagram. Oh, my Instagram's A Rose. So AYYY Rose.
Yeah.
Just because
Wow.
Especially and separate from fashion and everything, which I want to get more into myself, building my own personal brand. Went to art school for dance. I'm kind of a loudmouth, have been, I guess, the reason why I was so open to doing this and wanting to do this was because I was a reporter for a live streaming app called Peaks, which is a Toronto-based app. But
I remember that.
They
came
basically
and went though, didn't it? Or is it still
it's still around.
I think it had like a month buzz, and then people were like, it's hard to convert people to go over there.
Yeah, it was like I don't know, because everything's live these days. Like Instagram has a live feature.
Instagram is eating anything you could do.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you do this, we'll do it now.
Exactly. So except the filters, though. I kind of like Snapchat filters. Still fuck with those. So so I've been in and around doing a bunch of different things. Promo industry. At this point, want to focus on my own. I don't know. Aesthetic, page, vibe. Yeah, brand.
I support it.
So yeah, thank you.
So you consider yourself a fashion designer?
Not designer. No.
Distributor.
What's a stylist?
What's the title I'm gonna put under your name?
Under me?
Yeah.
I would say stylist for sure. Yeah, 100%. Because aesthetically, I switch like a chameleon. To be honest with you, I mean, you guys probably see me like one way when like I'm out.
I see some of your outfits, and I'm like, only Andrea could pull this off.
Thank you.
I can't remember which dress it was. You wore like this dress and had all these frills on the
Oh, for my birthday.
Yeah, and I was like, only Angie could pull this off.
Yo, I was like, I'm a real life princess. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, a local Rihanna, huh?
A little. She's my girl.
I love.
Yes.
I don't even know you. I know she would be your girl.
Yes, she's good. She's amazing.
Dope.
She's She even said she always was like, if I was insecure about something else in life, at least I knew I was the best dressed in the room. I was like the baddest bitch, dressed in like the best clothes in the room. So crazy. I live by that. I love that. So yeah, so it's pretty much, I guess, me summed up very briefly.
There's a whole lot.
Yeah,
it's good though.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Yeah.
There's some girls that come on here and they're like, I like music and like I sing. Like, so you had a pretty good extensive list, and that's good.
Don't get me wrong, there's definitely probably a point in my life when I was like that, but I mean, I didn't go to school. I spent a lot of time.
You don't need to go to school to be smart or to be educated.
Yeah. Well, I think creative industries, you don't necessarily always need it.
Here's my honest opinion. I don't even think it.
I don't feel comfortable when you do that.
Really? Why? You don't like this, right?
It's pulling a move on you.
Look, I don't think it's just restricted to creative industries, because I know a lot of people that work in my industry, like PR and marketing, who never went to school.
True.
And a lot of times, like, you just need the experience.
Yeah.
That's straight up all it is.
PR marketing is who you know.
If I was in a position where I could hire someone, I would take the person who has more experience over more school sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, I know that you can handle the situation because you've been in it.
Yeah.
Versus someone that just came out of school that's never actually lived it.
Theory.
Right?
Well, I know what you're supposed to do when you do this.
Yeah.
But
it's like, you know what? I've been doing this since I was like 19, so I know what I'm supposed to do.
Hustled your way through. Yeah. Let's hope that some employers, some sponsors, right, see that eventually. So
it'll work out.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Get into
dive in into some stuff.
Some questions. Yeah. It's a good intro.
All right. So
you guys may have noticed. You guys may have noticed that we changed our aesthetic a little bit. Each week we post 2 posts on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On Tuesdays we have Ask WNTT. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, we had our first Q&A episode last week. Yep. Which a lot of people liked.
Yeah. That was fun.
A lot of people really liked. I got a lot of good feedback from that. So Ask WNTT Volume 1 was a success. So make sure to do that again, hopefully soon. A lot of feedback I got was like people want to jump in. Like there's a lot of
we were like these are get on these niggas.
No, these are our questions. These are our questions. But yeah, no, people really liked just the back and forth, and just it was like a cool vibe. So make sure we do that again. But on Tuesdays, I post Ask WNTT, where I changed a little picture for us. So that aesthetic looks a little bit better now. And on Wednesdays, we do WNTT Wednesdays, which I take a quote from the episode, kind of put it with a picture now. People are saying like, "Oh, that looks as well." So I'm trying to just evolve the page a little bit so it looks more, aesthetically pleasing, not just text and stuff. Give it a little bit more feel. And
you guys get a lot of good feedback. I was like scrolling through those comments. About
that's the best.
The nipples.
That's the best part. That's the best part. That's the best part. You have something to say? Go for it.
I mean,
go for it.
I was just honestly, I was sitting there.
Let's
get into it now. You know what? Let's
go for it. Yeah,
let's clear the air.
Let's get Andrea.
You would really never you'd be out if your girl tried to free the nipple.
Out. See, okay, I have to correct something.
Yeah.
The free the nipple movement is separate than what I meant in that post.
Okay.
So the free nipple movement is what women are doing, like to express themselves and say the nipples are the same, blah blah blah. And they're not sexually wearing it. That's the free nipple movement.
Yeah.
When I didn't mean I meant free nipple movement in like layman's terms, just to explain what I meant. But what I actually meant were those who purposely go out with their nipples out, not for the free, not completely separate than the social movement. Yeah. More in the fashion sense of going out for attention with their nipples out.
Fair.
That side, I'm out of there. The free nipple, I probably wouldn't be with a girl who's like that anyways. Fair. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we're going out and it's like, hey babe, how's this look? What the fuck is that?
It's a good thing I'm not trying to date you.
Hey, listen, there's somebody for somebody.
Is
that your question?
I was just wondering.
Yeah, so because nipples are nipples. I heard you say that. Blah blah. What else? Nipples are nipples. Yeah, sure. But they are by technicality. However, by society, which we do live in, you can say, we want to go against, society is this way, sure, but we live in it. Yeah. You wouldn't really wear your shirt or without nipples around children. Why? Yeah. Why? Oh, because it's inappropriate for children. Why? You can't mix and match when society is appropriate, when it's not. That's just my argument. Yeah. Where it's like, I wouldn't wear this in front of kids because it's not appropriate for them. But when I'm out in public at a party and club, 19 plus, and then it's off, not wrong, but there's something where you're trying to hide. It's not just nipples and nipples, because if nipples and nipples, then it'd be like, oh, here, come kids, this is my breast. But we don't do that, right? Okay, so you're telling me, I'm speaking obviously from personal experience as well, because I like to pull a look, and as we know, said, Rihanna's my girl. Yes, she's the queen of that. Yes, right? She is. So you're telling me, for example, your girl, I just went to Las Vegas. Yes, I did that for aesthetic purposes. Yeah. Nips were out. Yep. Having a great time. Perfect. Curving men left, right, and center with a surgeon's precision. You know? But you're curving men that are coming to you more because they're just like that. Knowingly. There's straight up. There's no different. Yes, for sure. They're probably going to be like, this girl's down to fuck more. But that's the more is the only thing I'm talking about. But it's not like volume that's different. No. I'm not talking about volume, but I'm saying the fact that there's a more means you're aware that there is something that this brings. That's the only argument I ever have with any woman. Yeah. You can say, oh, men are going to come regardless. Guys are dogs. They're going to come regardless, whether you're in a full sweater or your nipples are out. But the fact that you're aware that men are going to come more my nipples out means you're aware that there's a psychological difference when you're doing that. That's my only argument. So if someone's aware of that, knowingly doing that, but still tries to say, oh, I'm just doing this for fashion, that's the ignorance for the part that I can't mesh with. Fair. Where it's like, I know they're gonna do this, but it's just for fashion. It's like you're fighting the fact that you know it exists, but you're trying to I know it exists, but that's not why I'm doing it. Yeah. The world doesn't work why I'm doing things. It's what exists. Yeah. That's my only argument. Not saying it's wrong, not saying it's right, it just doesn't work for me. Especially doesn't work for you personally in a relationship. In a relationship. Girl I'm just talking to, sure. Go do your thing. You're not my girl. Like, whatever. You're not the way is you're not representing me. Yeah. And I'm not representing you. Okay. And that's the way I look at it in a relationship. So arguably, you're talking to someone, right? And they pull that whatever. Sure. And you realize maybe you vibe with them a little bit more. If they are someone like myself, who, because I've argued this as well. Yeah. If I'm, like right now, I'm single. Yes. I'm single. I went to Vegas with my girls. Be free. That makes sense. Yep. You know, like I can do it. I'm 23. I'm young. It's not like I'm going to be doing this when I'm 30. You know? Why? I don't know. I feel like my boobs aren't going to be as cute. Why does it matter how they look? Because it's the fashion. Mine's aesthetic. But it's the fashion. Why does it matter how your boobs look if it's just a fashion look? Because I want them to look cute. Sure. Okay, continue. Right? I don't know. Maybe that's just my logic. Sure. Go ahead. But so you're talking to this person, whatever. If they were like, you know what? If you expressed how you felt and they were like, you know what? Fine. Like, I'm willing to cover up a little bit. And it's true. I think even for myself, when I get into a relationship, I definitely, when I go out, dress a little bit more conservative. For sure. 100%. Would that change how you feel? Like, if your girl was going to, like, if you saw that she was like changing, you know what I mean, to like cover up a little bit more. Would that change? What's your question? Would it change if she's dressing like that before we date? Yeah, if she's dressing like that before you date, I meet her, and you meet her, she does this while I'm talking to her. She's dressing like this. Is that what you're saying? Or you find out after the fact that she goes out dresses like this. I never seen. You've never seen it in person. So I find out that she's dressed like this a couple times. Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah. And then I start liking her. And then you start liking her. Right. You know, and then things got a little bit more serious, and she was like, you know what? I'll accommodate, kind of thing. Yeah. So would that change how you feel, or would you still be out if she's willing to accommodate? Yeah. Then no, of course. Then you're good. I'm not gonna say you've ever done it. So is that what you're trying to ask me? Or because you've ever done it? Yeah. No. For example, I've dated a stripper before. That was really? That was one of my hardest. You need a stripper? Yes. I've dated a stripper before, and that was one of my hardest hurdles. Trust me. I find that so hard to believe. Hardest hurdle. Wow. Yeah, for sure. Hardest hurdle ever. It took me.
I did not know that.
I talked to her for 2 years before dating her because I couldn't get over. Like I couldn't. Like
okay.
It only started dating her because she's like literally for 2 years straight. She was, let's go out. Let's do this. Yeah. Why can't we date? Why? I'm like, I can't. Like literally tried for 2 years to the point I was just like, you know what?
I'm a day stripper.
Straight, because I'm like, she was literally so persistent. Like literally, like I'm not doing this anymore. I'm a different girl. Like literally, just for 2 years. Like Ryan, like I really want to be with you. Blah blah. So finally, I was like, I've seen her for 2 years. I know she's not doing it, and I'm like, what's my real reason? And it was really just because of that. But I'm like, but I like her, right? Yeah. So I did do it. Still a hurdle, but I did do it. Mm-hmm. So I can get over it, and that was
you can get over.
I can get over it, but. If you're still stripping, absolutely not. If you're still dressing like that, absolutely not. Because that means you want to do that. That's fine. But I'll never judge someone on their past to an extent. Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Good?
Cool. Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Questions.
I got my...
All right. Let's get to these questions.
I see some outlandish shit, but I can back it up.
That's okay. Me too. It's fine.
Okay, first question. Most ridiculous way you've ended things with a woman? You can say man. Like what's the most ridiculous thing? Like you know it was ridiculous.
I'm actually gonna need a minute to think about this.
What's the most ridiculous way you've ended things with a woman?
The most ridiculous way I've ended things?
Yeah.
I don't end them ridiculous. I'm just an asshole when I end. For the most part. Like not an asshole, like I'm not rude, but like I'm very just like this isn't
not gonna happen.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah. I don't drag it out. Like I'll build courage. Yeah. It's never like wild. It's just like it gets to a point where I'm like, you know what? Like it's not gonna work, or I don't feel the same way, or like it's very harsh sometimes, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
This is another question though that relates. What do you think of ghosting, and have you ever ghosted someone before?
Oh, all the time. I mean, hey, listen.
I am triggered.
I'm like,
I've done it. I've done it.
Everyone's done it, but to what extent have you done it? Like, were you? Because I was ghosted on. I'm not even joking. A week after this person asked me if we were exclusive, like if he was like, "Are you seeing anyone else?" No, and I was like, "No." And then some turmoil, some things happened in my life. Long story short, okay. I got a stunt driving ticket. I was on the side of a road.
Okay.
I
lost your car or whatever?
Yeah, lost my car.
Yeah. Stress.
He was within the same geographical area as me.
Didn't come get you.
Left my ass on the side of the road. Did not call me to ask me if I was cool. Like I was like,
he knowingly knew?
Oh, he knowingly. Stopped speaking to me.
Wow.
Then this man had the audacity to come back and be like, I'm sorry that that happened that way.
Wow.
You want to be fuck buddies?
Stop.
I'm not even joking.
Didn't throw that out there.
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
So, okay.
Verbatim.
Yeah. Have you ever been ghosted?
Have I been ghosted? No.
I was about to. I already knew when I asked this question.
That's my worst ghosting story.
I've never been ghosted, fortunately. Yeah. Sorry.
That's why.
Hopefully, ladies, you never ghost me.
That's why I
ghost him. Please ghost him. Yeah. Honestly,
no, I never had. I
want someone to like John Tucker you.
I've never had a girl just disappear. That's wild.
That's the reason why you like. You said so casually, yeah, I do it all the time. Like,
I was
it's not that thing.
No, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Andrew's right. Like everyone has ghosted someone.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you get it done to you, I've definitely ghosted someone before. And then when I got ghosted, I was like, yo, this sucks.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because, for me, it mainly sucks
what happens though? How does it happen?
Okay, for me, I'll tell you exactly what happened. For me, it sucks getting ghosted because I'm the type of person that will... I've already said, like, I'm very comfortable just telling people exactly how I feel about shit.
Yeah.
If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, I'll let you know.
It's not gonna happen.
If it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work. Like, I will let you know. And the reason for that is because if I take time and like invest it with you to make you feel some type of way, and then I realize along the way, oh, like this relationship isn't gonna work, I'd much rather let you know than have to deal with, you know, like the 50 text messages I'm going to get from you that I'm going to ignore, or like knowing that you're going to be wondering, yo, why did this man ignore me? Right? So for me, when I got ghosted, when did this happen? What are you doing? Sorry, tripping me out. Fucking talking to this girl for a minute, and pretty much everything was going smooth. Like everything was going well. Thought we were gonna date. And it's not like I was like putting myself out there, like, oh, let's date. Let's question it. But like, you know the vibe when it's gonna happen, right? And then out of the blue, the conversations just started getting like stale. And you know how you said a couple of episodes ago, like, if you show me yourself one way, like, don't switch up.
Yeah, right? I can know you. I know when you're different.
That's exactly what happened. Like, so we would text pretty frequently, and things changed, right? And then I'm sitting there thinking, okay, did I do something? Because like most of the time when I've ghosted someone, it's because they did some shit that I was like, okay, like I can't really fuck with you, right? I'm off it. But I was like, no, I know I didn't do some shit, right? So then I realized from that experience that it was just like some people just ghost people because they literally
they're bad with confrontation.
But then I never like literally within a week after I noticed the change.
Yeah. Like, but who messaged last?
I did.
Saying what? Do you remember? Possibly.
No, it's probably something like about what was going on, like like how was work or some bullshit like that. Left it. You know, and then the conversation just went ghost. Didn't hear from this girl ever again, and I'm like, okay. Then I realized,
did you see her again?
Nah, no, I did not.
Like not in person, out
no,
or anything.
I haven't. But then I realized, like, you know, some people straight up ghost just because they literally don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
They don't have
the capacity.
Sometimes I think it's because they don't have the capacity. Sometimes I think it's because people think that person is not worth their time to have the conversation with, right?
That's not my reason, but sure.
I think it's a bunch of things, right? Like
I'm just out. Bye. Is that what you're saying?
No. Okay.
That's not my reason.
Because
I'm just
you said before, I know because there was something you said.
Because I can articulate myself and say I don't want it. Like, so that's not the reason.
But there was one
I don't
thing,
ghost because I can't.
I remember there was one thing you said before about breaking up, right?
Yeah.
Or like when someone tells you like, oh, they like you.
Right,
and you're like, how do you tell this person that you don't like them? Right? I remember my whole spiel about how I go about doing that, and then you, you said
we don't work. You're talking about different interests or something.
Everything. Well, if it was if the girl was like overweight, right?
You're like, we have different interests.
And she said she likes me.
Or different lifestyles.
And I was just like, yeah,
we used to have different lifestyles.
I wouldn't.
I think you guys are wrong for that.
No, word for word.
Andrew, I think we just had different lifestyles.
That's not word for word.
It's not you. It's just. I think we just
that's not word for word what I said. First of all,
that's so guys.
That's not word for word what I said.
Oh my! I mean,
what you said.
No, but it's true.
Word. I said you because the question was, what if this girl likes you? What would you do, right?
Yeah.
And I said I would just tell them I don't like them like that. Then you said, what if the girl was like, oh,
yeah, and then you said,
right? I said I would say the same thing that I already said, and then she's like, but like, what do you mean? And then I would say, look, like, we live different lifestyles.
You know what?
I don't have to go into detail by
straight
saying,
up though. I thought about it for a second. I can't even hate on you guys because once I told a guy like that I wasn't ready for commitment because the dick was trash. Like I'm dead serious.
So you just said, well, that was true. I'm not ready for commitment with you.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah.
With this going on.
It was.
I'm not ready for commitment. I'm not ready to commit to that.
With this situation going on.
Ever.
Yeah.
No, my thing is
sometimes you gotta word it differently.
Yeah, but
people don't always need to know the exact truth.
Thank you, but like what I said is not I'm not saying. Look, it's because
no, that's different lifestyles.
That's what I was saying. Because I was thinking sometimes if you tell someone the exact truth, it's harsh. It's rude.
Yeah.
My reason for
put them in the counseling.
Yeah, I won't say it's not rude. That's harsh. Not rude. Yeah. Rude is a different word. Harsh. It could be harsh. Interpreted harshly. My reason for ghosting when I don't still ghost. That's a lie. I have still. Okay.
I still ghost people that like try to hit me up that I'm not interested in because I'm seeing someone else or I'm talking to someone else. You know what I'm trying to say? I consider that ghosting. Like if I'm like into someone,
I've done that,
and like other girls are trying to,
you just ignore it.
I just ignore them.
Yeah,
that's
fine.
That's not ghosting.
That's not ghosting. That's
not ghosting. Ghosting is like
you're involved with the person.
Like, yo, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, let's meet up this time, and
then it's pulling out.
Just acting like
just ignoring someone because you're focused. That's different.
Yeah, that's totally different.
I'll say this much: the ghost thing that I've done is I'll talk to somebody or we talking back and forth. I might have sex if the sex is okay. If it's just okay, I may do it again. But if it's usually if the sex is bad, I'll just like, hey, what are you doing tonight? What are you doing tomorrow? I'll just leave those.
I go to some
I'll leave those. Like, what about tomorrow? I'm not like, I'll leave those. Then annoying people get ghosted on the daily.
Yeah.
Like if I talk to you and you're super cool, but then you get super annoying,
ghosted.
I'm like, I don't know where this annoying side came from, but I'm out.
What's annoying?
Like,
what's annoying?
Yeah, like I want to know.
Like just okay. Here's an example.
In Ryan's terms, what's annoying?
Here's an example. There's somebody that I've actually spoken to. Our conversations at first, when you're getting to know each other, it's like, oh, likes and dislikes, blah, blah. Those conversations are cool. What you like, blah,
I hate
blah.
those conversations.
No, I mean, like, not cool, but I mean, like, you're gonna, they have to happen. Like, what you like, blah, blah, blah.
Job interview.
So you're like, okay, cool, yeah. It's like, yeah, it's like, okay. But then it is like, don't talk to me if you don't have anything to actually talk about. Like, don't text me just to text. I don't like when girls just talk just to talk. For example, you know what? I don't even care if she's listening.
I'm so sorry. Like, I'm straight up so sorry. On his behalf,
I need to find out. I don't think she listens to this anyways. Okay.
So, I would, honestly, if I was seeing either one of you, I would not watch this. Like, I would not watch this.
You know what? My ex didn't watch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it because, like...
She hated it.
That's like the freaking Instagram page that we were talking about. Like,
you're... Like,
page? Yeah, like, you're looking at something that just might slightly trigger you. We're hormonal. Women are hormonal. Like, we could be having a bad day, and then we go and watch that being like, oh, it's going to be funny or something. It's going to make me feel better.
I think if you're confident in yourself, it doesn't matter. I think if you're confident in yourself and you're confident who you're talking to, it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter because if you like someone, you're vulnerable. Like, you could be the most confident person, but
you could be vulnerable. You could be vulnerable, but you can know that, like, you can know what it is. Like, to the point, it's like, right? If you know me, you know I'm open. You know I'm open. You know I'm blunt. You know I'm raw. You know I'm honest. Like, with you.
Unless you're ghosting.
I'm not gonna. But anyways,
listen, I personally don't think I've said anything on this podcast that would make
someone
like a girlfriend of mine be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty much the same.
So here's some useless conversation here. Okay. This girl got ghosted a while ago. So,
R.I.P.
Send me 2 pictures. The first one said face versus body.
Wait, what?
Sent 2 pictures randomly on her own. Picture of her face, picture of her body. Then I said, okay. Then she said, it's so much harder for me to like pics of my face than my body. And I'm like, what? Why? So I didn't respond.
Okay, I'm a little confused by that too because I don't know.
Randomly sent the picture of her face.
Yeah.
Randomly sent a picture of her body.
I just don't know why you would comment that.
Why?
After the fact.
That's why I just
okay.
So
that's justified.
Didn't respond to that. So much harder for me to like pictures of my face and my body. Didn't respond. Or to take a good one rather. Didn't respond.
Okay. Also no.
That one I took yesterday, but you're MIA, which I was. LOL. Didn't respond. Then I got a okay then ... Didn't respond.
Okay.
And I'm not going to. How do I jump back into this? Oh, hey, like, no,
you don't.
No,
but also,
I don't, no.
Like, for sure, from her, like, the thing I'll say is, girl, like, you don't. Why would you be like? It's harder for me to take a good picture of my face than my body. Like, if you're fired, just send it and be like, look how cute I am. You're so lucky to have this.
Do you understand?
That's what I do.
Do you understand what I'm saying? There's certain conversations that, whether you're insecure yourself or secure yourself, whatever, there's certain conversations guys also do. That they just message girls.
For sure.
Hey, like, don't just say things to talk.
Just say things.
Like,
bring something to the table or like.
Yeah, like, you don't have to talk all day.
Yeah.
I actually like you more if you just randomly text me out of the blue, like, oh, hey, blah, blah, cool. We don't talk for a little bit, but don't just, I didn't talk to for an hour, so here's my face.
No, I agree with that. Absolutely.
Get out of here.
No, I agree with that. Anyway, for sure. Yeah.
Ghosting in general fucking sucks, guys.
Don't ghost people.
Like, I'm actually kind of.
I never felt it, but for those who get ghosted,
I'm triggered.
It's bad karma.
Okay, look, I'm triggered because, like, I'm in a position right now, straight up, where I feel like I may just have to go someone, right? and it's because.
Why don't you just tell them some more?
Here's the thing.
Just tell them how you feel.
Here's the reason why. Look,
just tell them it's not.
Here's the reason.
Practice what you preach.
Yeah. Here's the reason why. Okay. Right? You know how I mentioned earlier about like people's habits changing?
Yes.
And it's like they show me their one way, and then next thing you know, they switch up. You know the person I'm talking about, right? The reason I'm cheese is because I usually give people the benefit of the doubt when I know there's like some shit going on, right? Like knowing my life, anytime I've been through some fuckery and some shit always comes up, and then sometimes like I'm just hard to reach, right? So I assume that's how other people are sometimes, right?
You look good in those stripes, by the way.
For sure.
You look good in those stripes.
I know stripes really compliment my skin. Anyway, I hate you so
gas for a minute. So I do look good.
But yeah, like so. This long story short, me and this girl have been talking for a minute. Then things switch up, right? I do not like if I feel like things are changing or the way we're having conversations are changing specifically. If I start texting you and then I feel like the replies are going by longer or you're not talking to people the same, I immediately feel like I'm some thirsty bitch. Like that's just the truth. Like that's how I feel. Like that's how you're making
like
me
you're
feel
fighting
because,
for attention
because I'm not. That's not who I am.
Right.
Like, I've never been the type of person to fight for someone's attention. But the minute you start making me feel that way, it makes me think differently about you as a person, right? Which like is gonna make me, just take a step back and do my own thing.
Yeah.
Right? And then what usually happens is every fucking time the girl then hits me up and is like, where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
You stopped talking to me. And I'm like, what? Like, let me go back to the receipts and show you where I texted you last or like where I said X, Y, and Z and I got like a half-ass response.
Wow.
Like, what do you expect me to do at this point? Like,
you and I are low-key in the same position right now. I'm like,
I don't know what to tell you because like I said it time and time again. Ryan busts my balls about. My friends bust my balls. I'm a Pisces. Like I'm emotional. That's how we are.
I'm a Cancer. Everyone busts my balls about it too.
We talk about our emotions, right? So if I know you're different now, and I make an effort to reach out, and you don't act the same way, like don't be surprised if I peace. Like just don't be surprised, and then don't come to me with no bullshit later on. Like you should know.
I don't know that feeling still.
What are you?
Malia. What does that mean?
I don't really know, but people are like, Leos are like...
like, these signs mean nothing.
Personally, Andrea, I don't believe in...
you're a Leo?
I don't believe in, like, the whole, like...
Yeah, I don't...
should date this sign, but I do...
Oh, no, I agree with that.
But I do, like, I honestly
personality
do...
Characteristics-wise,
that some of the personality stuff is, like,
no,
I met too
some of
many
my
people
stuff's dead on.
Like,
like it's not even
really?
normal.
Oh, my God.
It is.
You're such a Cancer, right?
I am.
Wow.
I'm such a Cancer.
Just like a month right before mine.
You know what's funny?
1 month made us different.
You know what's funny?
Now I'm a Leo, but I'm completely different.
Ryan will be home later on tonight.
He's gonna be Googling.
It's not looking at...
I'm a Leo. You know what?
This guy said stop this now, and what's gonna happen? He's gonna be on Google.
Nobody's going on.
I hope you retract this next week.
He'll begin typing horoscope, and he'll be like, fuck some more.
Don't be typing horoscope. Yo, go to the next question, man.
How cheesy is because he knows he's gonna do it.
Nobody's doing that. That's crazy.
All right.
Oh
my God.
Compatibility versus head over heels love. If you had to pick one, which one would you be most confident as the foundation of your marriage?
Compatibility.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a very easy.
It's not even
next.
That's very easy.
What?
Hold on.
I'd rather like you forever than fall in love.
People don't go.
I'd rather like you forever than fall in love.
I agree with that.
And I'd be like, I fucking like you so much than fall in love with you. I would rather do that.
I like you so hard.
Yo, I'd like you so much. Because the thing is, when you
tell your future wife that. Let me know how it goes. Okay.
I might not say it like that, but I mean, like,
definitely don't say it like that.
The thing about when you like something, like the thing. This is my
early back.
Way early, but this is my personal opinion. When you like something or somebody, you're more inclined to continue to want it. I feel like when you love something, it becomes second nature to you. That's just my opinion. I feel like once you love something, it's like I love it. Like I love it. Like you're just kind of like, I love it. I love you. I love this. I just love.
Comfortable?
Not comfortable. It just becomes second nature to a point. It's like I don't like. It's almost like a given. Like I love you. Yeah, I love you. Like I love you. Like it just it becomes such a like. Yeah. You should know. Like I've told you I love you. You know how I feel. Like but when you like something, it's like you continually want it because there's something above like. But if you never reach that, I feel like you're continually like, what else can I like? What else can I like? What else can I like about you?
You know what's the best way for me to put this?
If that makes sense.
How I look at it, it's like there are people that I've dated and I can say like I am in love with them or I've loved them. But before we broke up, even though I was in love with them, there were a lot of things I did not like about them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like for me, I would much rather, like Ryan said, like you more than anyone else or anything, because I know that that's just never going to change. You know, when you love someone, it can blind you sometimes into some bullshit. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no,
like I've never heard the phrase like will make you blind. You know, like love will make you blind. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's bad to love.
I've also never heard at a marriage ceremony.
No.
Like, I like you.
No.
But they do though. But that's the thing. They do.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. It's a different term that I'm hearing it in right now. So
it's not as endearing to say.
It's absolutely not.
But they definitely like the person.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I agree with that.
I feel like this is, I don't know, this might be true or not, but I feel like for someone, people say they love people because they really like the person. Like I feel like it's almost like I really like you, so this must be love.
Okay, wait. So here's a question.
Like I really like you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Not always.
No.
Hold on. Wait. Question.
What?
The question is this then: What led you guys to exchange the words "I love you"?
Yeah, we got that question. Right? Oh yeah.
Was it a trip
you guys
took together? Huh?
I've said I love you.
I've never said it.
I've said I love you.
You never said I love you.
I've never introduced a guy to my parents.
Huh?
I've never introduced.
How many guys have you dated?
Seriously?
Just whatever.
3.
So 3 guys seriously had never seen your parents.
No.
None of them.
And it took a while for me to actually 2 of them had only met my friends because they already knew my friends prior to the relationship. Yeah. So what was the longest my longest relationship, one was on and off for 4 years. Yeah.
4 years, never met parents.
Yeah.
Wow. You never.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's I don't know. It's
parents married?
Yeah, my parents. My parents are traditional Italian.
Okay.
I'm adopted. I don't know if you guys.
No.
I do that. You tell me. Yeah.
But yeah, and they've been together for 27 years. I've had the privilege of seeing what a really good relationship is, and a friendship.
Yeah,
they're still
they like each other.
So, yeah, they like each other. Exactly. Yeah. But if my dad ever said, "Hey, I like you," my mom would be like, upgrade that, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a coveted spot that I kind of I've just never felt with someone that they're going to be around long enough.
But that's what I'm saying. For you parents, for you to meet your parents, it means that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
See that?
Wow. Really? Already? So at this stage,
it could be
at this stage in your life,
not indefinitely, but it's I could see myself being with this person for years. I could see myself.
4 years, you couldn't see that after 4 years.
Well, it was on and off.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what was your longest?
And we were young. It was high school, into university.
Well, you're only 23 now.
So yeah.
What was your longest not on and off? Your longest solid?
5 months.
So yeah,
okay.
Yeah, baby relationships.
You're not gonna bring someone.
Yeah, I know for sure.
But also that goes into another discussion that people bring significant others to their parents for different reasons.
Yeah.
I don't bring people to my parents because I'm this person I'm gonna marry. Mm-hmm. I bring people to my parents because my family's very just everyone knows everybody.
Yeah.
So if I bring you to my parents, I really, really like you a lot.
Yeah.
I might not marry you, but you'll see my parents because my parents are super dope. They know what's going on, and they're gonna question me where are you every night, anyways. You know what I mean?
True.
You see my parents because I'm I'm going out with you every night. I'm going out here. My parents are where the hell are you? My parents are like that. Where they're where are you going? What chick is this? You know what I mean? So you meet my parents. It's still a big deal, but it's not. I don't have to marry you for you to see them.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's a big deal.
But mine's never been I like someone enough that I'm all right, let's do this.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But,
what led
the question? Love what?
What led you to tell someone that you love them?
I've lied a few times. Out of guilt.
Someone said it to you first.
Yeah.
I was saying, what I just said, I think a lot of guys like girls a lot, but say they love each other, or the person said I love you.
They have to.
Maybe not have to, but it's either one, the girl says I love you first, and then it's if I don't say I love you, I look like an asshole, which is a real thought that guys think of. Like, it's a real thought. If a girl's like, I love you, and you're like, like, you just go out.
I've never been in that position.
Like, I've been in the position.
I've never been there
a few times where it's like, I love you, and it's like, I love you too. Like, under my breath, kind of, I love you too, baby. Like, yeah, you know, like,
yeah,
because you're like, when you, the girl's in your face, you're laying down, I love you, babe. Like,
I love you too. You don't want to ruin the moment.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just out of, I don't know. Or it's
that fucks with someone though.
It does.
That's a fact. Because then they're like, why'd he ghost on me? He said.
Well, no, I wouldn't. No, I would never ghost. No, I never ghost on someone once. At that point, no. But yeah, it's either out of that, out of like a little bit of guilt, or a little bit of what do I like? What I can't not say it. Like, and if you're together, it's like I feel like I should feel this way. Like if you feel this way, I feel like you know. Or it's out of confusion, where I feel like I was saying, you might, guys, like I've been there. I've actually been there, where I like somebody a lot, and I think it's love, because I'm like, I like you so much, this must be it. This must be love. Like if, like I don't just like you like a little friend. I don't just like you like a chick. Like I really, really like her, like being around you. So I love you. Like I guess that this is what it is. But now that I'm older, I don't think I've loved truly anyone. I've said it multiple times, but I don't think I have. Not even think. I know I have not. And the reason I say that is because as much as I know myself now, and the more I keep learning about myself, I think for me to love somebody, like I've said it because it feels like either I'm the relationship or whatever, but knowing myself now and what I would actually do if I love somebody is at such a level that I'm like, I haven't been here. I haven't like
haven't even touched the surface.
Yeah, like the stuff I'd be willing to do for someone I love, if I really was in love. Yeah. The girls I broke up with, I'm like, I would still be with them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like if I really loved you, we wouldn't be broken up. Because I think the way I look at if I love the person, there's no like small little thing here that like, there's no like, you pissed me off or I'm annoyed. Like we're getting through this. Yeah. And I've never felt like, I don't care what you're doing, we're getting through this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes if shit hits the fan, you're just like, all right, well.
But I have patience. Yeah. But there's certain things where like, deal breakers. I feel like if you love the person really, that like maybe even though might be something that really pisses you off, you're like, what's the alternative? Like I'm not going anywhere. But if you don't love the person, then it's like, I don't have to deal with this. Like that thought goes through your mind that I don't have to deal with this. Like my grandparents have been married for 50 plus years. I'm sure they've never thought I don't have to deal with this. I'm sure they've been pissed. Yeah. But they never got. I don't have to, like. I've got to the point where I'm like, I'm not to do this. Like, why am I here? Like I don't. Yeah. I can go. I can go. Like you know what I'm saying? But I think if you love someone, that's not even a.
Nah, I disagree. Even if you love someone, you can still reach that point.
Yeah.
No, you can. Like, it's hard for you. It's hard for you to say that. It's hard for you to disagree because, like you said, you've never been in love with someone. I know that I've been in love with someone, and I still got to that point.
I'm not disagreeing with you because that's how divorces happen. So I'd be lying to say you can't reach that point where it's like I'm over it. Yeah, I've expended my energy. I've done. But the main thing I'm really trying to say is, I think to truly love somebody, you have to truthfully say to yourself, I've done everything I possibly can for this to work. And I don't think I can truthfully say that before any of my breakups. Early. Yeah, before I can't say any of my breakups, I can't say I broke up because I did all I could for this to work. I think I got to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Fair. I don't want to do it anymore.
No, I relate to that. Yeah. That's fair.
So if there's someone I really want, I'd be like, you know what? I don't really want to do anymore, but I will because I love you. I've never reached that point. That makes sense. So, yeah. You?
Yeah.
You've been in love. So
you guys know I've been in love. Yeah. I've definitely loved someone before.
So how do you reach that point?
I have like the corniest smile on right now. I'm like, oh.
How do you reach that? How did you know you loved her? How did you know you loved her? Not really liked her. Loved her.
It's funny because we spoke about it on another podcast. Like I knew for sure, like I've only ever loved 2 people in my life, right? Yeah. But I knew for sure.
Question before I cut you off. Sorry for cutting you off. So you love 2 people only two people in your entire life.
Yeah.
Were they? 2 questions. The two people you love in your life.
Two-parter.
Yeah. Two-parter. Yeah. How far apart were they in dating period?
Like 2 years.
So love, 2 years break. Yeah. Love somebody else.
Love. Whole phase.
I don't care what happened in those 2 years. No one cares. No one cares what happened in those 2 years. We know what happened in those 2 years. Sure, yeah. Love, whole phase. Then you fell in love again. You fell in love again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know I'm clipping that, right?
I really wish you wouldn't.
Is there a way for you to, like, I don't know because this is your perspective. Is there a way for you to measure if you loved more the second time or the first time? Like, is there a more love or is it just love?
I would.
Like, is there I loved more or I just felt this again?
No, it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
No, you love differently, but is there love more? You love differently, but is there, like, different is not the same as more. I mean,
yeah.
Is there
I don't think
I can't speak on this. I've never said it. So.
I don't think you can quantify it because the only way I could see you actually quantifying it is if, in my case, if both people that I loved were the exact same type of person, right? But they weren't. Like, literally, they were complete They could not be any more different. Two totally different people. So I couldn't quantify it. But what I was saying, like, I said I love you to them at different times in the relationship. I don't think I ever said it first, but like I definitely felt it based on how it's weird. It sounds so corny, but it's just like a feeling you get, right? Like for me, like a big thing is,
was there a monumental moment, like something that really happened and you're like, yo, I love this girl. Like she did something or you guys did something together. You're like, yo.
No, it's
nothing
like
happened.
No, it's
they're
like,
just progressive.
No, it's like it was over time, and the more like I realized, like, you know, like these girls were actually gave a shit about what was going on to the point where it seemed like they were more concerned about my life more than their own, right? And then as time went on, I started a lot of things. In my mind or whatever I was thinking about, they would be the first person that I would think about. Be like, okay, let me check what this person has to say, blah, blah, blah. But the common thing between both of them where I fully realized was like, yeah, I must have been really in love was when we broke up. Like how I felt after when the relationship ended let me know that, okay, I was definitely in love with this person. Because if I just really liked you or things were like whatever, I wouldn't feel the way that I did after those breakups.
Which is what?
Like
sad?
Yeah, but like I didn't want to do anything, you know, like, because remember, you know, I told you. So like I was in that long ass relationship, the first girl I was ever in love with. And then I said hoe phase, right? But like I did not go on that hoe phase it was like a year after that original breakup.
Like you had to suckle.
And on top of that, like my boy Chris mentions it, right? Like he said to me, he was like, yo, him and I became like really good friends. Like I've known him for a while, but him and I became like best friends because after that breakup,
he pulled you out.
I was like depressed, right? I was sad. I wasn't doing anything. And he's just like, yo, Z, I used to come over to your house like every weekend to like make sure you were good, right? And we do shit. And I never realized it at the time, but I was like, yo, this girl had me feeling all kinds of ways. And then I got over it, right? And then
like a 90s R&B song.
Yes,
so sad.
Deadass. And then like after my last relationship, like I was obviously like very sad about a lot of shit that was going on. I knew I was in love because if I wasn't, I wouldn't have gone through the shit that I did, like straight up. So yeah, like I feel like you know whether or not you're in love, like unfortunately, if the relationship ends, or like if you fear that it's going to end, because if you, like you said, like if you, I've definitely been in those situations where I'm like, I don't have to like deal with this. Like this isn't like that big of a concern to me. And the minute you say those words or think those words, then you know like, okay, this isn't really worth it, right? But in those two situations, like there was never a point where I was like, I don't have to deal with this, right? So,
and you never been in love.
I've never, no. What I bring to this table is I can tell people what not to do in relationships.
So you've
I've dealt with like,
mistakes.
a lot of
heartache.
Definitely for me, for sure. But yeah, I've dealt with, my first relationship was just actually the worst. Like, and when I say worst, it's going to take a really sad turn for a second, which I'm cool with. I was like in a physically abusive relationship. My first one ever, when I was like super young.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
No, how old were you?
Were I?
Yeah.
Was I? I was like 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like the first person ever. And then since then, it was just like a spiral of just like trying to like, you know what I mean? Like,
get out your shell and stuff.
Yeah. I was like super insecure, obviously, you know, being told I was doing this, that, the other thing wrong, like being hated on for like my looks, like so just a whole plethora of fuckery. And then definitely when you start to try and date someone after the fact, like I think I've never said I love you to someone because I truthfully have never let someone in my life enough that I'm like comfortable that like they're going to stay around.
Still?
Yeah.
Still?
Oh, still?
Yeah.
No. I took like a break. Like I went through like a phase where I was like literally dating people all the time. Like I literally was like going on like 2-3 dates a week. Yeah. Just like.
Just to eat?
Random.
Just to eat.
I mean, that was a benefit. But no. Just to kind of get out there, like see what was out there. I was like, I'm not gonna let this stuff you know, continue to, I guess,
dictate your future.
Yeah, dictate my future, become an issue. Like I definitely went like, and I fully researched like women's help, like went to like a help group.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes a big difference to just be able to speak on it, like vent your
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So at this point, it's definitely something that like influences how I approach relationships. That I'm careful with how much I share or, you know, how much I let someone into my life. But it wouldn't dictate me like in the same sense of like pushing away something that's good for me. Gotcha. Like I used to. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, definitely potential for me to say I love you to someone, but it has to be the right someone. Gotcha. Yeah. They have to be around and show me that they're good. Otherwise,
be around.
They have to be around. Well, you know. Oh my God, I'm saying they have to be around. You know what I mean?
Can't ghost me. And
don't ghost me. Like, Lord, oh Lord, yeah, no, but
anyway,
that's my input on that.
How many questions do you have for us? I feel like you have a bunch.
I've got like
we're at an hour now, but I feel like she's got a bunch. You can just
no, I just have like really like 2.
Okay,
is that all questions?
No, but let's get to those and then we might answer some at the end.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as I was saying, what I want to start for myself. So a couple years ago, I made a ghost Instagram page. Like I took the handle so no one else would take it. And I was like, it's called Queen Street Style. Okay. Because I grew up on Queen Street, like obviously in the fashion industry, that's the fashion district. But I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do with it. I was like, am I going to be, I want to have it. You know what I mean? And then I recently incorporated myself as a company. So I would also have the name. But then again, like I was like, I really don't know what I want to do with it. And so many people for years were like, oh, like that fits great. You know what I mean? Like you should post a photo on Instagram. And I was like, not really into social media. Honestly, I wasn't into social media until the dude that ghosted me and I like had like a full glow up. Wow. Like I'm talking like March. I like went to the gym all the time. I like looked super cute and I was just like, motherfucker.
I'm about to post this.
Oh yeah. It was good. I got you. I felt great. Okay. But yeah, so since then I feel more confident now in like, I guess like my experience in the industry, what I know aesthetically, how I want to go about this. And I guess the thing is like, I'm a big overthinker. Like I overthink a lot, especially when it comes to my work creatively, like even throughout like high school, like dance, everything. Just because, right? Like if you're creative, like it's part of you, you know, you're sharing with the world. So I guess with the two of you, like, and the two of you, obviously you've got your hustles that you know inevitably are going to be your full-time gig. So my question for you is when you were putting out your first, both of you.
Oh, okay.
When you guys decided like, okay, I'm going to go for this. Like I've been, you know, you have like that inkling that you want to, you know, do drone photography, do, you know, photography, you incorporated videography. I guess how much planning did you guys put into it? Because obviously if you do too much or if you overthink it, you might like, you know, retreat from dropping the content.
Yeah.
And And just like, how did you, I don't know, convince yourself to like just go for it? Because I'm still like a little bit hesitant. Like, I want to drop stuff, but I'm like, I want to go about it the right way. Because especially with like a new page or whatever.
So I'll ask you first, what's the right way?
I don't know. Just, I feel like having enough
You can't
content.
start that answer with, I don't know. What is the right way? To you, what is the right way?
To me, it would be having, I don't know, like a preset good body of work. Like, ready to
And you don't have that?
post. No.
You don't have a body of work?
No.
So focus on body of work. Like, you work backwards.
Yeah.
That's how I work.
Okay.
Answer the questions you just asked yourself or asked me, or things you say out loud, and then work backwards.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm not ready to post because, like, whatever excuse you can make for yourself, do it.
Yeah.
That's literally how I work.
Okay.
So it's like,
I like
I'm not
that.
ready to post because it's not right yet. Okay, what's right? Having a good body of work, having a following, having, I need 10 pieces. If I don't have 10 pieces, it won't look good. Okay, how do I get 10 pieces? Oh, I gotta do this and this. How long is that gonna take?
Yeah.
And you just literally have an answer for everything, and then you work backwards and you do. But if you just say, I'm not gonna do it because I'm not ready.
Yeah.
If you leave it, I'm not ready, you'll never do it.
Yeah.
Ever. Because what is ready? You'll never be
for
ready
sure.
unless you know what ready is. And if you know what ready is, then do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
don't know what ready is, then figure out what you
What it
determine
is.
as ready.
Yeah.
And then once you figure that out, then you now know what is ready. And now if you don't do it, that's your ass being lazy. Because you're fully aware of what it is to do.
Yeah.
Now, if your excuse was, I don't know what it is to do,
Yeah.
then your plan should be to plan. Then you start planning. But if it's, I've planned, I know what I need to do to be ready, I just haven't done it because
I'm a potato.
I'm scared of what?
Yeah.
Of people judging my work because what? Because it's not ready. So what's ready? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've reached the point where I really just don't give a shit. Like I told some more, like, I don't give a shit. I think, was it 2 weeks ago I told you?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I'm like, I know there's something. I was like, okay, people like me. And one thing, I don't know how long you've been following my page. I don't know. But before I have 2 pages. I have 3 pages with the podcast, but I have 2 pages. I have my page and I have MR.KOA, which is my brand page.
Oh yeah, I've checked that out.
Yeah. So I took all the pages off of that because I'm rebranding that page
Yeah.
and I'm having a new collection, whatever. But I paused on my brand because I'm doing photography, I'm doing all this other stuff.
1,004
and
things.
it's so much shit. So I was like, let me pause on this because they did really well. Last summer, I sold like maybe 70 hats. Like they're in stores. Like it was crazy. Crazy summer for me. Then I picked up something else, and then now it's going out. So like I have to slow down sometimes because I said in the last podcast, it's like you do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and you don't finish anything.
Yeah.
Like, let me try this, like you have to focus on one thing, kill it, have it on autopilot, and then start something else. But if you try and do everything at once, you'll kill yourself.
Yeah.
But so for me, when I first started my brand, I started my clothing brand in 2012. So I was still in university still. And I started it because I injured myself. I played basketball at University of Ottawa, blew my knee, got cut from the basketball team after I got hurt, and just snowball effect of stress and depression, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So when I was like, I got to do something else. So while I was just in school, I'm not playing sports anymore. I started designing, doing other stuff. I started my brand. Back then, I started my brand very anonymously. Not anonymously in the sense that people didn't know it was me, but like I tried to separate it from me as much as possible because people liked me for my personality and whatever, but it was hard to measure my work because like I don't know if you're liking this because you like me or if you like what I'm doing
Because it's actually good content.
right.
Yeah.
So like I made a different page. I wouldn't post myself on that page. Like I'll only post models and other people. Like nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So it's like I have my own page. I have this brand. If you know me personally, you know I have the brand. But if you don't know me, you don't know that's mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then I start to grow for people that don't know me. It was growing it, not my own friends, which was the craziest thing. So I'm like, cool, this is interesting to see how people are operating because people who know it's my stuff aren't supporting it. But these strangers are like, oh, this is cool. This is good. Random people are buying hats like from random cities I've never even heard of. And I was like, this is interesting. So then fast forward to now, I had 2 websites before. So I had my own website and I had the website for the brand. Yeah. I've recently closed the brand's website and mixed it into my website, MR.KOA.com, and put all of it together. So now I have no problem.
So you have like a shop.
Yeah, I have a Shop KOA tab on my website.
Yeah.
So it made it all
Smart,
into one big thing. But before I had it completely separate. But now I'm saying it doesn't matter now because everyone knows it's my brand because it's gotten pretty big now. But it's gonna but I don't mind at this point. But now what's happening is my new venture, which is photography and all this other stuff. People like pictures of me if it's my face, if it's me doing something, if I'm in it, people are liking it. But the work I'm doing, if I take pictures of somebody else or if I take pictures of something else, is not getting as much support or likes or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Same group, the same followers. Post a picture of me, everyone's there. Post a picture of something I've done, even if it's good, not the same amount of likes because I'm not in it, which is something I've just been noticing. So that goes to say,
interesting.
I've started to understand that I can't base my success or my progress or improvements on other people's interpretations of my stuff. So I can't not do something because of fear of them I don't care about them anymore. I used to, and that's why I was doing all this. I'm gonna do this separately. I'm gonna do this like this. I don't want people to know it's my. I'm like, I don't care anymore because the right people are gonna see your shit. So if you just don't do something because you're scared of what people will think, people they're always gonna have something to say. Always. And the worst thing you could do is not do something out of fear of someone else criticizing your stuff. Because people that are criticizing your stuff aren't doing shit.
Yeah,
they're not doing anything. They're just there to be like, oh, what's Andrew doing? Oh, it's not even that nice. Oh, it's like, but they're not doing anything.
Well, you'll notice, honestly, most of the people that talk shit literally aren't doing anything.
Don't do anything.
Like now that I'm doing stuff, I spend less time.
You don't have time to talk shit.
I don't have time to talk shit, and I like to talk shit because I play sports. Like that's what we do. But like I don't have time to do it anymore, right? So I agree with everything Ryan said. Probably one of the biggest things I would ask you is, have you ever been like discouraged from starting because like someone made like an offhand comment or like has that ever come up?
Oh, not in specifically to this. Yeah. But like
other times.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Because
with like creative projects, yeah.
One thing I said this on the last podcast that someone asked how to make a successful podcast. We're not at the level we want to be at, but I said honestly, you just have to like make content and like put stuff out there, right? Because the more you start putting stuff out there, you start figuring out yourself and oh, okay, I'm really good at this. I'm not too good at this. And like people will tell you what you're good at and what you're bad at. But I vividly remember in grade 11 of high school, I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I didn't because I think I did make a video that like I thought was hilarious and it probably wasn't, like going back and looking at it now, but I remember vividly one person specifically telling me that they thought the video was gay, right? They were like, this is whack, this bullshit, like it's lame. So I was like, fuck, if she thinks this, like other people probably think this too, but no one's just willing to say it. And I just never did it. I never did anything like social media wise. Yeah. I only just started doing stuff on social media literally last year, right? Yeah. And quite frankly, even though I'm doing like pretty good with it now, or pretty well, I should say, the thing that I hate the most is knowing that I should have started earlier because I'm good at it. Yeah. Right? And
that's the point I'm at now. I know that
I'm good at it. I know I'm good at it, not just because other people are liking my stuff or because I'm getting featured by these accounts, but because now I'm starting to take these photos or doing these videos and I know when something is going to be good. Like I take something and I'm like, okay, this is going to be fire. Like I know this is going to come out well. Right? But that only came with me constantly making stuff and doing it, right? Yeah. If you don't even start, you'll never fucking know.
You'll never know.
Yeah. The first thing you need to do, right? Like you already said, you feel like you need to have a bunch of stuff coming out or a bunch of stuff in the chamber.
Enough content that I feel like I can drop it.
Okay, so regular. I'm the same way. A lot of people don't know this, but when I do this drone stuff, right? I'll take you through my process. This is what I do. I fucking open up Google. I go on Google Maps. I go to satellite mode.
For all you drone guys out there, listen up.
For everyone that wants to jip this word.
Listen up, drone guys.
I go to satellite. Yeah.
So that's what he does?
Yo, but
they're literally opening up in a second tab.
Do this too, though. A lot of photographers do this just to like look for.
I'm getting a drone.
Okay, do it. I'll help you out.
Anyway,
Mr. KOA drone. Another hashtag. Mr. KOA drone.
Instagram page.
Anyway, I open up the maps. I look at locations, right? And I'm like, I go to satellite mode because then it looks like, and I'm like, oh, okay,
buildings, that
would be a dope place to go shoot. Even if it's not on my drone, like I can see what the location looks like, and I'm like, I can take someone here and do a shoot. When I plan in advance, and then I always, like in my phone right now, and my Instagram like drafts, there's probably like 15 photos that I have ready to just post at a certain time. And it's because like I don't like the feeling of like being under pressure. Like I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta post something, right? So for you, what I would suggest is, first of all, you have like so many people that are willing to help you out, right? Like, don't underestimate like how key that is. Yeah. Because here's the thing, like I'm starting to get better at this stuff. Remember, I already told you like I would help you out, right? Yeah. And like,
thank you.
Don't like, I know you'll take me up on this at some point, but like, really don't underestimate like the help from others, right? Because Ryan is like helped me a lot. I've helped Ryan with some shit, and personally, like today, this guy sent me numbers of our growth since what, July or June?
Yeah, July.
True.
Right. So we see like how much we've gained, right?
You didn't even know I was doing that.
And you said and I know that like a lot of the reason why there's been growth is because we formed like a partnership. Yeah. Right. Whereas a lot of people in Toronto, unfortunately, like to try and work on their own and not help other people. Right. We've talked about it so many times.
I hate it.
But I'm telling you, Andrew,
we have a podcast dedicated straight to that.
If people extend their help to you, like, you'll know if they're doing it for something in exchange, but like I hope you know when I said I'd help you out.
Oh no,
I wasn't trying to get anything in return.
Yeah.
But it's true, and I say this because just the other day, like one of my friends, she's really good at makeup, wants to get into it, and she says she feels like she should be doing some other shit. And I said, word for word, I'm like, all right, what is it you want to do? Works backwards exactly how Ryan said. I'm like, all right, put a reminder in your phone. Like, I want you to think about all this shit on this day. Like, I want you to like message me telling me what it is, and then we'll go from there. Right? I didn't put the notes in my phone because I'm just good at remembering shit. But the day came, didn't message me. Right? And I'm like, cool.
They're not serious.
Didn't message me. Not serious, right? And the worst thing you can do when you're trying to start is not take your own self seriously. Yeah. Right? You need to take yourself seriously before like you expect others to take yourself seriously. Yeah. So first things first, just fucking start. Like, you want to do shit, like you want to have all this content to post. I know for a fact in your closet you probably got like a million fits that you have ready to go. Yeah. It's like you have people that can help you. Like, get all this stuff ready and put it out from there, right? Yeah. Just create the content first. Yeah. Create the content first, and then the rest will come its way. Don't even worry about the little shit like, oh, like not a lot of people are liking my stuff. That will change very quickly. All those things change. You just gotta start doing stuff first. That's the first step.
Action.
Yeah. I posted the other day one or one day. Like, which one's it gonna be? Like, you just start. Like, you have the time. You really do have the time, but you gotta start.
Now I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just gotta start. That's it. Right? Like, didn't you start a new job recently?
Yeah, I just started a new job.
And like, what are the hours like?
Well, it's
is it like random?
Oh no, it's easy. It's like Monday to Friday. The place is
even either better. Because like, bro,
it's a restaurant. Like, it's a serving bartending job, but it's done by 7. Like, it's like a private club.
Because I used to work retail, and it wasn't until I stopped working retail and I got a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, that had a normal hours. There's
so much I can do. Like,
working until 9. That's not happening.
I'm gonna do 9 to 5 working for someone else's dream. But like, what? I'm not gonna do anything after work to work on my stuff. No, you got all this time and you got weekends off. Like, you got time to do shit. Yeah. Right. So start making content first. If you need help, ask. People will help you. Yeah. And then you just go from there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, absolutely, and it's on record now, so I can't not do it.
Just keep watching this episode.
I cannot do it, right? I'm saying that this is the thing. That's the handle. So true. Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah.
What's your next question?
My next question is about relationships. So we went out one night recently, right? Like a group, me and my girls, you guys. Okay, yeah. And dead serious. Prior to that evening, I was so nervous that because you guys know I'm opinionated. Yeah. But, like, if you can believe this, I have, well, you probably can't believe this after meeting them. I have friends that are more opinionated than myself. Okay. And I was like, okay, well, you guys are also pretty opinionated. I was like, this is either going to go one of two ways. It's going to go swimmingly. Everyone's going to be all, you know.
Oh, like you were nervous before we
I was so nervous. Yeah. You have no idea. I didn't, like, say anything. And I was like.
Didn't show it at
obviously,
all. Okay. Yeah.
Played off all those years of acting. There was one moment where Ryan was talking to my girl. And you guys were like, it was good after the fact. But I'm dead serious. I thought I was going to throw up. I was like, fuck. If she's, oh my God. Because she's Sydney.
Yeah, no, I remember.
My girl Sid, yeah.
What happened, though? What were we talking about?
I don't know what the context of your conversation was. Yeah. I just remember looking over, seeing two tall people, I
know exactly what it was. It was when she was talking about tequila being good. And you're like, what? What do you mean tequila's good? And like, you looked at me.
I was like, you don't enjoy tequila.
Yeah, no.
But like, I couldn't tell if that was like a playful thing or
no,
like.
Cool. We were good.
Yeah. But like, I saw both of your faces and I saw Sid's face go like serious, like she does sometimes. No. And I was like, oh fuck, he's about to catch some hands or something. Like I was nervous.
She was cool.
It was really funny because then after the fact, I was talking to my girl Nikki, blonde one. And she's like, yeah, like you're lucky it went that way because she straight up, part of the reason why she broke up with someone was because I had such beef with them. Like beef with one of her exes to the point that like we could not be in the same room together.
Oh, like you could
like,
be in
okay.
Like you knew him before her?
No, I met him through her. Like she
just didn't like him.
Yeah, he was just trash individual in like many different senses. Yeah. But yeah, like it got super heated between us. Like there was times where like I would like full on yell match with him and she'd just be standing there like, like I don't know how to, you know, I love you both. The fuck do I do here? Yeah. So I guess my question for you guys is how much nowadays, right? Like your friends are around you constantly, right? Can you guys date someone that your friends or one friend genuinely doesn't like?
This is a little tough.
Like how much? Because seriously, like that's a real thing. Like me and my girls talk about it. Like you guys have seen how close I am with a couple of my girlfriends. Like they're my ride or dies. I call them my soulmates. They're the wives. You know, like that's their opinion is everything, and it's very rare that they like someone that they all like someone. Right. Typically, there's like one of them that's like, I don't know about this one. You know, and then they love obviously when it ends that they're like, told you so, bitch. But you know, I'm wondering how much of a factor that is for you guys, your friend's opinion.
I wonder if it's different, like how, definitely men and women groups act differently in these situations.
Girls talk so much more.
Because like,
and mostly negative.
Me, like my close friends, like my circle, straight up, they'll tell me if they don't like something about my girlfriend or like, if I tell them some shit that's happened, they'll say like, oh, that's fucking whack, blah, blah. But they'll never be like, you should fucking break up with her. Yeah. I've never been in a situation where my group of friends have been like, why are you dating this girl? Yeah. Or like, blah, blah, blah. They'll just tell me straight up. They're like, something about this is weird, but like,
figure it out.
You clearly like her or you're in love with her. So do you. Like, that's really what it is. For my circle, a lot of my friends have just been like, oh, are you happy? Yes or no? Right? And it's just left at that. I've never had a situation where my friends like have had beef with any of my girlfriends. Thankfully, like actually no, I'm lying. There was one time. Okay. There's one time, and it led to why the first girl I was in love with, why her and I broke up.
Really?
Now that I really think about
factor?
It, right? Like, it was definitely a factor, but hindsight is like 2020 because like me and that guy were not even like as tight as we used to be. But I don't know, I do think it's important, like, yo, if you're my girl, like you're basically coming into my circle and I'd like to think I'm coming into your circle. It doesn't mean I need to be around you all the time because quite frankly I don't want to.
Yeah, like, I agree with that.
I want my space. Yeah. But my boys are gonna see you, right? And they'll let me know if like you're whack or not. Yeah. But yeah, like I would say it's important, but not to the point where it's like if my boy's just like, nah, she's whack, bro. Like, because you're not with her as much as I am, so you might not see the things that like she does for me when you're not around. You know, it's only bad if like you're actually draining my life. Then it's really not the same.
Yeah.
All right. I have a pretty intensive screening process before I even get to date you. So
I like that you refer to as a screening process.
Definitely is.
Okay.
You can call it what you want. Everyone screens somebody.
Yeah. No, that's true. Little test here and there.
It's a screening process.
See how you react to things.
Yeah. So I've never had the issue where anyone disliked somebody, because before we date or get serious, I'll bring around my friends. Yeah. We'll go out at least once. All together, especially my cousins. My cousins are Justin and Kareem. They're my cousins, but we're like literally like brothers. Yeah. Grew up together. Like them, really over anybody else. Like my boys are my boys, but them, if I bring around my two cousins, Justin and Kareem, and they're cool with you, then I'm fine. Yeah. But I've never brought anyone that they weren't cool with. Yeah. I brought someone that they're like, she's alright, versus I really like her. I don't always ask that question. Yeah. If they like the person. But I think I only ask them when I already know that they like I kind of have a feeling that I'm only asking for confirmation, really. It's like I got a vibe from them. I know I like her. I'm hoping they like her. And from what I saw from what happened, I think they like her. So I'd be like, so you guys like Andrew? They'd be like, yeah. Like, okay. I thought so. But I was just making sure. They're like, yeah, she's cool. But yeah, I think friends are definitely important. Yeah. But you have to be careful not to put too much importance on it, because we're human, and everyone has their judgments based on different things. Yeah. So it's like, and I've definitely experienced it where like there's some girls I might talk to, and by the time I show them to my friends, they might be nervous, or they might be shy, or they might not just be themselves. Like you can't. How do you plan how that person is around your friends? Yeah. Like some people get it real quick. First time they see their friends, they're super dope. They're in it. They're like, oh, this is just cool. Yeah. But there's some people that just aren't there yet, and you can't write them off because the first couple of times they saw your friends, like they weren't. It's person-based. Yeah, you know, could be like more of an introvert.
Some people just you have to understand, like some people could literally just be nervous because they know they're meeting your best friend. Yeah, so they're like, I like this person. Yeah. Oh my god, like straight up.
And you can't put too much.
I'm not the type of person that gets intimidated, right? But I will say that I could see how, like, for example, if you brought a guy to your girls, why some guys might be intimidated. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, right? My girls are like,
I'm like, not just the way like they're open about the way they talk or like the way they look, because they're all very good-looking girls, but it's just, I don't know. I can see why a guy might get intimidated, and I think the problem is like, sometimes the group of friends they don't really see that perspective, right? So what I'm trying to say is like, when I bring a girl to my group of friends, like before they even meet my group of friends, they know how much these guys mean to me. Cause like, oh, what are you doing? I'm hanging out with Ryan. Like, what are you doing? Hanging out with Chris. Like, they know that I see these guys quite a bit. Yeah. So the first time they come to meet them, I wouldn't be surprised if a girl is like, subconsciously they're like, I have to impress these guys too. Right? And that's a lot of pressure to have sometimes. But those friends never really think about that. Yeah. Right? Like, I never think about that shit. Like, fair. I never do, but I used to never think about that, but it's a real thing. Yeah. Right? So I try to take that into account as well. But like Ryan said, you can't put too much onus on it sometimes, because what if I really like a girl? Like, I actually really like this girl, and I introduce her to my friends, and they don't give me the response to her that I'm expecting. Yeah. Where they're like, oh, she's okay. And I'm like, what do you mean okay? Like, she's dope. She's amazing. So now what am I doing? I'm like, no, I'm still gonna...
You're like, thanks.
But I'm still gonna pursue this,
You just can't let the onus be on it too much. I think for you it's tough because like you and all of your friends are like really like strong-willed and opinionated people. So it's like...
Yeah, some more than others, absolutely. I
almost feel like you take it more to heart if one of them was just like, I don't like this guy.
Yeah, and I think it's also, given obviously what I shared with like my history of dating, that's why like they're so protective over me. Like they're so protective. Yeah. So for them to like okay someone, like I know that they also feel like they're like, okay, this is a little bit of a risk, but like let's see how it plays out. Yeah. You know, because if I let someone in, then it's like, you know, stakes are a little bit higher. You know.
Do you have any other questions?
I don't know if you guys have talked about it. Makeup on women?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I was like,
pretty extensively.
Pretty extensively. Have you guys talked about sugar babies at all?
Sugar daddies and stuff?
Yeah, sugar babies?
Briefly, yeah, we did. Yeah, actually, we have a...
Yeah?
We did. Yeah, we did.
I fully said...
We had a take two on it.
I fully said I would love to be a sugar baby. Like, if I'm...
You would love...
100%.
If a cougar rolled up to you and was like, Samora, I need you to, you know, fix this in my house and, you know, I'll Venmo you some money. Do we about it? Okay, fair.
Done.
Well, it's different for dudes, though, because you'd probably be down to fuck a cougar.
But
because that's like
pretty, though.
She has to be pretty though.
Fair.
That's the one.
Okay, so if she wasn't cute but she had tons of money,
I would finesse so I know what the fuck.
Yeah, what does she want me to do? Like,
I would finesse so I know what the fuck. I would touch her. I'd be like, oh, sorry, pay though. like
no, but what if that wasn't the option? Like,
okay, so you're saying
if I wasn't attracted to her, I'd have to walk away.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I cannot afford this other fuck ugly just for money. Okay. That's wild.
Fair.
Like,
fair.
Because then it's like, knowing myself, I have to tell some more. I have to tell that boys like, yo, I got money from this. Like I'd have to like die with that then.
Yeah.
Like where's my getting money from? Yeah, just.
Made some good investments, you know?
Just photography just been killing, man. Like
so many DMs.
Like it would hurt me to not tell them. And if I did tell them, I'd be like,
fair.
Guys.
Like, yeah.
You know what though, Ryan? Honestly, like when I sit here and think about that,
what?
Knowing me, I still like
You'd still fuck?
No, I'm not saying that.
Close your eyes and just count till 10.
I'm saying you, like, let's say a hypothetical situation where, like, you still did it with a woman that you weren't attracted to, and you still get money. I'd probably look at you and be like, get your money, playboy. Do your thing. Like,
still get ratings. But I wouldn't feel good.
I know you wouldn't feel good. And I would get where you're coming from. But I'd be like, yo, because it's no different than when I see
What am I kidding? I wouldn't feel good. What's this?
With all the money? You kidding me? I wouldn't feel good.
I'm talking shit.
Oh, I'm in the Bahamas. I'm not feeling good.
Oh, man, but she was so ugly.
That would last like a whole 2 seconds.
1 second, I'd be like, yo.
You're telling me, like, look, I've seen plenty of women with, like, sugar daddies that, like, do not look good by any means. And you think if I ask those girls, oh, you probably don't feel good. They'll be like, oh, really? It's a dab their head with $50 bills. Like, whatever.
I don't know.
Gotta do what you gotta do to get money. You know, like,
gotta be in situations though.
If I was in a situation where I needed money that bad,
seekingarrangement.com is what you're trying to do.
No, well,
I'm not doing no seeking arrangements.
If I needed money that bad, and it was like a woman that I wasn't attracted to, an older woman, and she's like, I'll give you racks.
It's so easy to say right now, but like when she's right here and she's like, like it's one of those.
If she has like Scotiabank open with the email transfer with $5,000 ready to go, and she's right next to me,
but
she's like, oh my God. All you have to do, have sex with me right now.
But she's gross.
We're saying gross, like let's just not say. Let's not just say gross. Let's just say like she's not someone that you would go after, right? Like if you just
we've all fucked a basic thing before.
I'm not saying basic. Like I'm not saying basic.
That's what I'm saying.
If you fuck a basic thing when you're
you do that for free anyway. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She can't just be basic because I fuck basic things for free. Like it has to be like she's beat. If she's beat,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Like
I'm saying she's beat. Like she's not like.
I really would be in predicament.
I'm saying 2 out of 10.
Let's say 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10, and she's old.
How when we say old?
60.
How old? 60.
60 and hit?
60, not cute, but like owns a Fortune 500.
Oh my God.
Willing to expense everything for you.
Oh my God.
How'd you guys feel?
Yo, my OSAP would be paid.
Your OSAP would be paid. No, let's throw this out. OSAP would be paid, would give you a vehicle under their company name to like run some fucking errands or some shit for you, put you up in a spot on like King West.
Wait. Time. Is this a one time? Or it's regular.
To like put into a relation. No, because I'm asking.
Hold on, listen.
I'm asking. Sorry, babe.
It's all good.
I'm asking because this is like a real full disclaimer, not a sugar baby.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, but it's a real thing. And it's not just like a real thing where it's like it happens once in a while. It's like super regular for girls. So
when you say super regular, do you mean like a lot of girls are doing it? When you say,
it's very common.
Like it's happening very often. Like
it's happening very often, and from like a few years ago, it was like a taboo, like a thing, like, oh, she's got a sugar daddy, but like
everyone's escort now. All these girls are escorts and shit.
Yeah, like but my point is like those are like the baseline type of situations that people get into. So I'm saying for you guys, like a regular relationship. So at first, they're like, oh, like I just want some company. Watch a movie, go to dinner, go to like TIFF or some shit, you know what I mean?
And there's a check.
And they say you gotta take it off of work, you'll be compensated for your time. Okay? That's how it's put into wording. Okay? I'm like talking off of like real
Straight
DMs
up,
that like I've seen multiple from different people. Yeah. And then eventually it gets to the point where, like the person like wants to fuck. Like you're like in it like a, month and a half, whatever. And like paychecks they're thick, they're good, it's cleared out your visa, could go to like on a trip.
Wait, am I locked in for like what's like
that's what I'm saying. Would you if it got to the point that like you're collecting a check and then the person wants sex, would you guys tap out because you couldn't do it because the person's ugly?
I'd realistically like 60 if we're going at 60 years old.
Okay, 50 51 still not like didn't like let themselves go entirely.
Look, I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna say what a lot of guys are thinking. I'd probably do it and be so fucking low about it. Like I'd be low about it. Like you're telling me you're
just no man would know.
No man would know.
No one would know.
All my boys,
you wouldn't speak it on to even your best friend.
All my boys would be blessed. Like we'd go out, we'd go to trips, and they would just look at me, we'd be like, "So how'd you get this money?" And I would just look at them and say,
"Okay,
don't ever ask me that question."
I would just say, "Do you want to go home or you want to come?"
What if they ask you for like tracking?
Do you want to go home? Do you want to go home tonight, or do you want to go to Vegas real quick? Like, which is the answer?
Okay, fair.
I mean, look, I'm.
Because
the thing is, we say right now.
But
look,
if you were actually
it's so easy right now.
It's so easy to say, I wouldn't do it. But it's all dependent on certain situations, right? Like if I'm gonna be realistic.
Who's coming you with the money? How much money they offering?
Yeah, like, how much money they're offering me? Like what's going on? Like,
it's a real tough question.
I'm a young man. Okay,
I know it's a real tough question because it is like it's a talked about thing amongst a lot of girls. That it's a thing.
Well, my thing is,
someone will slide into your DMs and be like, "Hey, I found you," and
it would make me sick though.
It would make you sick.
It would actually make me sick.
Yeah, right? Because that's the thing. Like that's why obviously.
Like I'm being actually like jokes aside.
Sick? How? Like it made me sick knowing that like I'm actually with another woman that's probably older.
No, not even like not even that.
That made me kind of sick.
I don't like. I don't know if I could.
That you can be bought. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not. I'm like if the girl's attractive, like that doesn't make me sick.
Yeah.
But I think it would make me sick
to know that you can stoop to a level of having sex with someone
that would make me
attractive to you.
Yeah, that would make me sick with myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
Like I could do the dates. I could come over not here and then and flirt a little bit. But when she's like, okay, now you have to do sex now. I'd be like,
sex.
I'd be like,
I
think I'd have to be like, okay, I have to check out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks for all the money you've given me to this point.
Yeah,
but I'll work.
Another reason why I keep saying
I'm comfortable with insurance right now.
Another reason why I keep saying that I would probably do this because I'm still operating under the idea that I could finesse without having to have sex. Like I know plenty of girls.
We're saying
I know, no, but
we're
I
saying
know,
you can't get around it.
I know we're saying we can't get around it. But it's just that I know also a lot of girls who do this that literally don't have sex.
Very easy for a girl though.
Yeah.
Very easy for a girl though, because guys are dumb. That's the reason.
It's true.
You can't finesse.
You're not wrong.
You can't finesse a woman to do this shit. She'd be like, no. She'd be like, no, stop. Like. But a guy would be like, come on. She'd be like, oh, the girl's like, no, we will. Like, girls can finesse.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, a girl can finesse.
I'm on my period.
Yeah, a girl can finesse a guy with the money.
If we're getting to the whole sugar mama world, I'm pretty sure like there are women out there who are willing to pay just for company. And I'd be fine with that.
There is, but
I'd be fine with that. I'll find those women.
Yeah, that's just not the question she's asking.
I know.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely very easy for women to finesse a guy with his money and not have sex. They can do it all. Strippers, for example. Look at these strippers. Girls strip and they never get like. There's strippers that don't even get naked. I've seen strippers that don't even take off their clothes.
Yeah.
Like they're just in panty, like nipple covers. Like they don't even, and they still get money. Their panties don't come out. Like they can do that. Yeah. Guys, if you're not getting naked, then the girls like get out. Like get out. Like because they're like someone else will do this.
Yeah.
Like a girl will be like someone else. We'll do this. A guy's like,
a
guy would like put your titties in the guy's face. He's like, okay, like, you can do it, okay. Like, guys are dumb. Like, girls can do other stuff. Girls like, if I'm not getting dick, you can go home. Yeah. What else can we do?
I'm gonna cancel that transfer.
Like what else? Like girls can do so much other shit. Real quick. Girls can girls can dance.
Every time I know someone,
think about it. Girls can dance.
So
they can rub on you. Like if a guy doesn't fuck you, what do you get out then? Like we have nothing else. That's it.
Fair.
So it doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. New perspective to the whole world.
So
interesting. Okay.
All about the situation, man.
All about the situation.
I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Context is everything.
It's called context. If I was like broke, like no.
Now you're saying
no strings around. No,
that's a real thing though. If you're like broke,
I'm doing it.
Listen,
like 100%. I'm doing it.
If you're broke, you don't have friends. It doesn't even matter. You don't have to tell nobody.
No, if I'm broke,
if you're broke,
you're
no one's talking to you. No.
Wow.
No.
It's guy.
If you're already broke, how would
I've been broke my entire life.
Your life.
Oh, okay. I didn't say that.
Oh, if you became broke?
Yeah. What if I?
But what are you doing to become broke?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how did you?
Because you're taking a couple fucking wrong turns down the path.
No. Hold on.
Get broke.
Hold on.
All of a sudden, money.
A lot of people, if I'm being real serious right now, a lot of people in society are like very close to being broke, and it's because a lot of people work check to check.
Yeah.
I don't work check to check, but what I am saying is, what if I lose my job?
Yeah.
It's very hard to get another job in my industry right away. And let's just say, like when I said I was broke, let's just say this drone shit just wasn't working out. My photography stuff wasn't working out. It's a possibility. So let's say I was broke.
These are too many hypotheticals. Yeah. I'm saying if you're broke from the start, and this opportunity came to you, goddamn take it. Like you have nothing else ever, no friends. You're broke from the start. If a girl said I'll do this for you, you're like you're changing my life right now. But I'm saying if you were just like you just want extra money, you'd be like, come on now, come on,
sort your shit out.
Come on, Zora, just work harder.
Yeah.
Just
fair.
work harder.
Like you don't need that.
Fair. Okay.
But, yeah. I think we're good.
I think that's good. That's jokes.
Would you guys fuck for money?
Would you guys fuck?
That's the question.
And how much?
What's your number? What's your price, guys?
What's your number, Ryan?
What's my number?
What is your number that someone could offer you?
Is she decent though? This is decent money.
No, because if she's decent,
ugly. So what's my price?
Decent, you fuck for free.
She's a 5.
So what's my price? What's my price with a 5?
Yes.
To what? Just have sex? Like just one time we're having sex?
Not one time. Like let's say once a week. Yeah, have sex
once a week on the clock.
Good old dicking down. Yep.
Once a week on the clock.
Show up to her place with your iPhone, with your phone and phone charger. You know you're staying the night.
Phone and phone charger.
So am I getting paid?
Fresh little bag.
You see that video?
What?
Sorry, this is off topic, but it was is it Quavo that's dating Cardi?
Yeah.
So it was like Cardi was at her door like in a nightgown, and Quavo was like pulling up, and he has his phone and his like charger with him, right? Yeah. And someone replied to the retweet, and it was like, I know a late night dick appointment when I see one, because he had his charger with him. Like no man's going late if they don't have their charger.
That's true.
And I'm like,
there.
This man sleeping over. So that's you. You're in that situation. It's
a 5.
So what's the price?
It's a 5. Is this each time?
Every time. They're going to pay you the same amount every time.
Every single time.
What's the price?
No matter what you pull.
And it's a 5.
5.
Don't think of a 5 you know. Like, think of a, just your, like,
a 50-year-old 5.
What I would actually take, like, not being just ridiculous, like $10 million. Like, what would I actually take to have sex with a 5 once a week?
What is the market price value of your deck? Is what we're saying. That's essentially what we're saying.
Oh my god! No, that's what it is. 100%. That's what it is.
And I'm single, so I'm not cheating.
Yeah, you're single. You're not cheating. What's the market value?
You just went on vacation. Your visa's a little,
Ooh, I got a question for you after the release.
Okay. Fuck.
My real price is just one round.
Sure. Like do your job then. Not one round.
I'll do that. Okay, one round once a week. She's only a 5.
There's a clause though. If it's not good in that one round, you got to do it again.
Oh, we'll be good in that one.
Okay.
I would fuck a 5 once a week.
Fuck a 5. Hashtag fuck a 5
for $1,000.
Whoa. Okay.
A rack.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she pays me $1,000 every Wednesday night.
Every Wednesday night.
When the dick appointment is.
Yeah, that's your dick appointment day. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
If she paid me $1,000 every
Wednesday.
$1,000 every Wednesday night, which equates to $4,000 a month, which equates to 12 times 4, 20, 48 racks.
That's more than
on top of my paycheck, on top of my $1,000 for 1 hour.
All right.
1 hour. Not even. I'm not going an hour every time. I'm not early. I don't give a shit. 5 minutes. We're going hard pumps. You're gonna
try.
She's getting 5 minutes of solid pumps, and I'm getting a check.
Foreplay's included.
And I'm out of it.
Have to. Yeah. What? You're gonna cheat her out of foreplay? That's rude.
Fam,
I have to listen. This is too much because
what? Foreplay. The minute I said foreplay, this man got heated.
He's like,
because I have to enjoy foreplay. I can't. I enjoy it. I can't. I couldn't do that. I couldn't genuinely enjoy foreplay with a 5. I couldn't. I would like.
But what if she then was like, you don't give me foreplay, then this whole arrangement's over.
Okay, then the price goes up.
Then the price goes up.
Fine. Well, the price
so
what?
1200?
10 racks.
10
racks for no one. Your foreplay is not that good.
Hey, 10 racks. Take it or leave it.
Okay.
That's more than I was thinking.
What's yours?
Well, I would do it for a rack, but if they wanted the foreplay, I'd probably go to I'd go to $3-4 grand. $4 grand.
Yeah, foreplay's a big deal.
That's because
it's a big deal for you.
It's a really big deal.
Andrew, that's because we discussed in previous episodes that I like going down on girls that I'm into, right? And they only enjoy it because I enjoy it, which means I make sure it's good.
Yeah.
But if I go down and it's not what I'm expecting, I've refused to go down on girls before because
I know that you walked out on someone because they fucking
I walked out on someone and
weren't arching their back
and a bunch of other things, right? But I've refused to go down on girls before who are very good looking because they didn't take care of themselves down there, right? And I was like, fair. I don't like the way this feels, blah, blah, blah. Long story short. So I have to really enjoy it in order to make sure it's good for you, right? So
I can't go down if I don't like you.
Yeah.
That's why 10 racks.
I think that's a universal thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? If I don't like you?
Yeah, you can't go down on someone if you don't like them.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
I need 10 racks. For me to psychologically, I'm doing.
Trick yourself into being.
Okay. So a question for you now, right?
Okay.
Let's say you're in a relationship. Okay. Right? Dating some dude, treats you very well. Mm-hmm. Are you a materialistic person? Do you like things being bought for you?
I like a nice present once in a while.
Once in a while. Okay.
Depends where it's coming from though. If it's cute.
So let's say you're getting presents every now and then. Guy's treating you well, right? You come to find out that he's a sugar baby, right? And
oh no,
he's been doing this for financial reasons, but he's also making sure that he treats you nothing about the way he seemed before you found out led you to believe that he loved you any less or it was a facade. Okay. But he comes clean to you. Actually, he just says, "Listen." This is how I've been getting the money. I hope this doesn't change anything, right? You've been going on trips. He's been showing you new experiences, all this stuff. He's literally he's only slept with 2 women in his life. It's you and this woman that's been giving him money. You never have to see the woman ever in your life. How do you feel?
Oh, he's saying it's gonna keep going though? He's telling you this.
Let's just say for the sake of this conversation, he doesn't, right?
But he doesn't keep going with it?
Doesn't keep going with it. But then the lifestyle you have with him changes now. You've been dating for 2 years.
2 years.
That's a Jamaican thing.
2 years. Living the life.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
You've been living the life for 2 years.
Living the life for 2 years. And
he's been slapping on the side.
And on the side, he's been doing this, and I have not known about it. That would be a fucking issue.
Once a month,
he's been benefiting off those
I've been benefiting off of it.
Once a month, he's been having sex with this woman. He's put him through school. Like, giving him all the money, and now he loves you. He doesn't love this woman. He loves you. Mm-hmm. But this is his only source of income. So he's like,
this is his only source of income.
Because what do you mean? This woman has been paying for.
And how does she not know what his job is? She lied to him about the job.
Yeah, like that means he's lying about so much. Like, where is he going this one time of a month that I don't know about it? Like,
stop for a second. Let's not act like this isn't a regular thing. Let's not act like she knows I'm telling the truth.
For 2 years, she doesn't know what he does for real.
Fam, there are people who have literally other families.
That's true.
So that's so like this isn't like so outlandish. It's only outlandish because of the circles we run in. But what I'm saying is that's the situation that you're in now. Dating this dude for 2 years, been treating you well for 2 years. You love him, he loves you. There's a certain lifestyle had because of the money that he's been receiving from this anonymous pussy. Now you have to decide. He's come clean. You didn't just find out. He's come clean. He says, "Look,
this is what the deal is.
This is how I'm getting the money. This is what's been going on. What are you doing?" I know, obviously, you're gonna be pissed that he's been fucking someone else. But
super pissed.
But how are you feeling?
I don't want to be a player no more.
Oh my god!
What are you doing?
I also.
The fact that she's thinking about this means
I'm a gold digger, but like
she's like the lifestyle. She's like he already showed her a taste.
It's
not like he didn't love you.
He was in it, and like I don't man. I don't know.
She's basically saying you can't stop now.
Yeah, because I think
like that's the thing. It's like this has already been happening.
She'd probably be pissed that you told her.
Probably.
Why did you tell me?
Yeah.
Why'd you tell me?
Because your conscience, you piece of shit. Like, because your fucking conscience.
Because I'm not like. Look.
I don't know.
It's very different for men and women, right? Because I feel like.
Oh no, hell no.
Well, I have a thing because like.
If my wife's getting dick down for 2 years,
my whole thing.
Wife.
Yeah, like. That's the thing. I'm like pretty territorial in a lot of senses. Like, I had this conversation driving home from Windsor to stay with my girl. Like, we were talking about like cheating, open relationships. Fuck, I don't know if this is like his source of income. Well, first off, he should get a job elsewhere.
Yeah, plenty of sugar babies don't need to get a job because that's your source of income. You know this.
I know.
I'm not saying anything that's unrealistic. Like everything I'm saying is very realistic.
I know it's super realistic. Fuck, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
There's your answer. You don't know.
Sleep on that.
Yeah. Sleep on it. I don't know. I want to see in the comments. It's fucking. I don't know.
We'll see what people say.
I honestly don't know how I would take that because I have a big thing about like cheating. Like I've been cheated on.
You really have to ignore your morals for that.
Yeah, I really would have to. I think it would inevitably like I'd have to walk. I feel like I'd be like,
right after
I feel like I'd be like, okay,
you live it up.
Because guys, like I love shoes. Like I love a
couple more months, you get some.
Yeah, like I love shoes. Like like if I had my own a couple pieces or something. Because the thing is, when someone buys me a gift, like even I'm dead serious, even for Christmas, my family will be like, okay, what do you want for Christmas? And I'll send them like a link to something. Yeah. Like I'm not an easy person to shop for by any means. So typically, if someone's gonna buy me something, they already know that like I've had my eye on it. Yeah. So I'd probably collect a couple more pieces, and then I'd
out of here.
It'd probably it would eat me alive. I couldn't keep doing it.
Fair enough.
But if he told me like this was the deal and I'm gonna stop,
cut it off,
I'd be super pissed, but I'd be like, good for you. Let's go hand out these resumes now for sure.
Fair.
100%.
It's about to build them up.
Yeah, because you know what? Like I can't even hate because for a minute I wanted to go to FIT in New York, Fashion Institute of Technology, and I was like, but this dollar though. And I was like, I have a lot of dance training. Like when I was applying, I heavily considered like, how am I gonna make my money and still be able to study?
That was stripping? I
thought about it.
I know you thought about it.
Yeah, and a
lot of girls think about it
all the time.
Of course they do.
Yeah, and I was like, to put myself through school,
that's why I was.
You know what I mean?
That's why
like
I was torn with the girl I dated because I know her reason behind it.
Yeah, like
I'm not okay with it. Yeah, but I know girls do it for.
I wouldn't have been 100% okay with it while I was, but I'd be like, this is a means to an end. Like this is for me to survive, get through this. Buy my books, get my
quick money. It's easy money.
Career started.
And especially you don't have to fuck. You don't have to fuck.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
it's just funny because a lot of people. It's a little off topic. A lot of people like to judge.
And your nipples are anyway. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of people judge, right? A lot of people judge people in those positions. And it's just like
y'all already seen them. It's fine.
Now I get a check. Oh yeah.
I get a check for doing this. All right.
Check your fashion.
No, that's the thing. Actually, I had a conversation about the fight, like the Floyd,
McGregor,
Floyd and McGregor fight. About like someone was like, so would you get boxed in the face like for $60 million? It would like, and I'd be like, I don't know. Yeah.
What?
I said yeah.
Knock me out.
Yeah, I said that, and they were like,
"Wake me up!"
But like it fucked up
RBC.
your nose. It would fuck up your sinuses. Like you.
Oh,
you
I'm actually damaged.
I was like, I could afford a nose job. Like
you
know
definitely
what I mean?
could now with that 60 mil.
Yeah, I was like, for a certain price on things, like that type of thing. Yeah, I don't know. But morally, yeah, I don't know.
Fucked up my face. Like when my face look exactly the same. That's the only thing.
Like when your face is
60 mil, yeah, you can get the best surgeon in North America. Yeah.
If you can fix my exactly the same face.
Dr. Miami, you go to him.
Miami has like on Thursdays, like there's certain surgeons that like do a 2-for-1 boob job.
That's hilarious.
I found out about this recently.
That's hilarious.
Are you interested?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm content with what I've got.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, drop your socials again.
Yeah.
This has been a great
Yeah,
episode
it's
to
been
have
a
you.
pleasure. Thanks for having me.
If you guys are still here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Oh, they're always here. You know
Yeah.
this.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for having
you guys
me.
are still here.
Yeah, A Rose on Instagram, AYYY Rose.
Dope.
Yeah, for dance videos and soon I guess some other fashionable content.
Keep creating.
Yeah.
Keep creating.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you guys again for stopping by. Another episode We Need to Talk. We enjoy doing these every week, as you guys know. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
Don't
fall's
post
here.
anyone.
Fall's here. Just now. It's cold.
Fall fashion
Already.
is my favorite
Yo,
fashion.
look.
I actually love
I'm
fall.
so excited.
I love fall. Fall. I actually love fall fashion.
Fall fashion is my
I
favorite
already have
fashion.
my jacket on.
I
right
know
now.
you were
I like my
talking
jacket.
about it and then I open up Instagram, it's the first photo I see and you're like,
in my jacket.
Yeah.
I'm making an excuse to have jackets.
okay.
I don't care. Whatever
Just wait.
excuse.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
get some fits.
you guys met me in summer, but just wait.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah,
look
get ready
so
for
good.
fall. Summer's done. School started for those of you in school. Good luck. Have a good semester. I'm your host, Mr. KOA, alongside
Top Boy.
as We Need to Talk podcast.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.